Let's take a look at how to improve domain authority using Semrush. Now, if you don't already have an account for Semrush, I'll leave a link down below where you can get signed up for a free trial and basically follow along, use all these same tools and see how this works. Once you're logged into your Semrush account, it's going to allow us to see what's going on from an SEO perspective with a given website. Now, I like to go to Google, like say, maybe we're a plumbing company in Scottsdale, theoretically. If we do a search for Scottsdale plumbers, we can see all the plumbers that are here. Let's say we're down here at the very bottom. We are callzestplumbing.com. Theoretically, of course, this is not actually our company, but we can see there's an authority score of 11. And up here at the top, we have Scottsdale Plumbing. Their authority score is actually a 17. Authority score is going to be like domain authority. They're very similar. There's a couple of ways that I suppose one way that they differ. So with domain authority, it's based on backlinks, so like link quality, diversity, and spam patterns. The one thing that Semrush adds on top of that is your organic traffic estimates. So that's what makes their authority score signal a little bit different than domain authority. But either way, these are all just signals to help us determine, to estimate what is going on. They're not necessarily ranking factors per se, right? They're just indicators. So we got to kind of take them with a grain of salt. But if you want to improve your domain authority, it's going to need to be things more than just like optimizing your keywords and your H tags and all that. On-page SEO is still important, right? Because good quality content means you're going to get more traffic. If your pages are clean and loading faster, they're going to be easier to crawl. And if you have valuable content, you're going to get more backlinks naturally that are coming through from people that just want to share the content that you've created. And if you remove any spammy stuff, then that's really just going to help across the board. So on-page stuff is helpful, but a bulk of it is going to be backlinks, which is what we're seeing here, right? And that's a lot of what these tools can do and look at and are really designed for, is finding what's going on with backlinks and helping you acquire backlinks. So the first thing I would recommend is check your own score and then check your competitors and compare and see where you land. So domain authority, just really quick, is actually from Moz. So you can go to Moz and check. I actually just figure it's easier to run off authority score because it's already in Semrush, and if we're going to be using Semrush for this whole process, we can just use their score because it's going to be pretty close and similar in nature. So we can scan, let's say this is our quote-unquote theoretical website here. We would scan it. It's an 11. We look at our competitor. It's a 17. So then we would do some work and figure out, what made our score jump up above theirs when it does happen. But first, we just need to know where are we at and where do we need to get to. Then we can start fixing some issues, right? Site speed, orphan pages, crawling, get the site looking better from an SEO standpoint technically. So running a site audit would be the way to do that in Semrush. And I have videos on my channel that go through how to do all this stuff. But there's a site audit tool right here where we can basically put a website in, and it's going to give us all of the technical errors that are coming up, and we can go in and fix those, like 404 pages or any other type of error, or even warnings and such. So we can go in and run a site scan, fix those issues, improve the on-page SEO. There's all sorts of on-page SEO strategies that can be utilized. But just using their checker in here, using some of the writing assistant tools and this on-page SEO checker can really help improve the quality of the content on your pages so that you can, look a little bit better and be indexed easier. We're going to want to make sure that you're adding in the correct keywords and internal linking throughout your pages as well. And then finding keyword gaps. So these next two are figuring out where your competitors are beating you out so that you know where to be focused and trying to improve upon things. So you can use the keyword gap tool to figure out where are your competitors ranking, like what keywords are they ranking for, and then you can dig into what are they doing. And a part of that is going to be this backlink gap, and you can run a backlink gap report. Pretty straightforward to run those, and then clean everything up. So you can do a backlink audit, make sure you disavow any toxic links, and then track your progress like I was saying before. So you want to start by measuring where you're at and then track kind of as you go and see how things are going. I'm going to give you a link to this document so that you kind of have this cheat sheet that you can run through. But ultimately, like I was saying before, your domain authority or your authority score is not necessarily determining your ranking. It's just kind of an indicator of where you might rank. So keep that in mind. And really the ultimate goal is to just get really high quality natural backlinks whenever possible, and then create great content, keep your site healthy, promote it, and your authority score should continue to grow, or your domain authority, whichever one you want to call it. So that's kind of the summation of things. Again, I will leave a link to this cheat sheet in the description down below where you can get access to it and utilize this. If there's anything you did have questions about this process, don't hesitate to reach out. Just drop your questions in the comment section down below, and I'm sure to get back to them there.
If you're like most new business owners, you're probably struggling to get your online presence established, let alone get it to the point where it's bringing you a consistent flow of customers, right? So that's why I created this free course where I actually walk you step by step through the whole process of setting up your online presence. This is the same process we've been using for our clients for over a decade in one of my agencies. And essentially, I'm going to show you how to set up an SEO-friendly business name right from the get-go, how to develop your website really quickly and easily, how to set up your Google Maps listing, start getting some Google reviews, everything you need in order to have a substantial online presence where people can actually start finding you and purchasing your products or services. The best part is I'm going to show you how to do it in under a couple of hours, and all for less than $50. If you're interested, I'll leave a link below where you can get signed up today. Make sure to check this course out for free right now because I'm probably going to start charging for this at some point in the future. All right, I'll see you on the other side.